Waiting for life to slow down before you heal is like waiting for your toddler to say, "Mother, I've decided to behave today." Spoiler alert, it's not happening. If you're sitting around waiting for chaos to clear so that you can finally breathe, start to heal and grow, I am here to tell you, life is not rolling out a red carpet and inviting you to your own transformation party. In today's episode, I am showing you exactly how to reset your life inside the chaos without perfect mornings, without 2-hour routines, and without this fantasy that someday it'll be easier. We're done waiting. We are starting now. So there was this time that I kept telling myself, once things settle down, I'm going to start focusing on me. When work gets easy, the kids are older, bills calm down, I paid off more debt, I have lost the weight. Once these things happen, then everything's going to be easier. It's going to be better. Does this sound familiar? Let me tell you what actually happened. You get in this mindset that things are easier, better. Things are going to get easier and things will get better when this happens, when X happens. I lose the 10 pounds. I feel better on camera. My kids are older. They're out of diapers. They can feed themselves. Once I pay down some of my debt. This sounds on paper like a great idea. Things are going to get easier once these obstacles are out of the way. But that's not how life works. What actually happens is more chaos is going to come. Every step that you take to get to that point, losing weight, paying off debt, kids getting older, you're just having new and bigger problems. Your kids are going to get bigger. They got new, bigger problems. And the problems that I have now with a teenager versus a 3-year-old are crazy. I thought, oh man, once I don't have to go home and do nap time, things are going to get easier. Once my kids don't have diapers, things can get easier. Not true. The amount of things that I still deal with. My kids are older. They fight all the time. I have sports that we have to do. So I may not be paying for preschool or after school programs, but I have to pay for their sports programs. They need new clothes. They need bigger shoes. So much stuff keeps happening at school. I want to pay off all my debt. Great. I remember 7-8 years ago, I was living in this apartment and I just wanted to pay off my debt so that I could buy my own house. Things are going to be so much better when I have my own house. Yeah, that's not true. My bills got bigger. My National Grid bill is bigger. I don't pay rent, but now I have to pay a mortgage. Something breaks in the house, it's my problem. When your kids get older, they get loud in different ways. They start talking back to you. You keep thinking that when this stuff happens, everything's going to be easier. And I'm telling you, that's never going to happen. If you are waiting to get healthier, have mental clarity, to run a marathon, start a business, whatever it is that you are waiting to do because you're waiting for things to get easier, don't put yourself on the back burner and an afterthought, because that day is never going to come. One day when I was going through all this and all of a sudden I realized that the right time is a freaking myth. It is created to keep women burned out and waiting for a rescue that is never coming. We are not Disney princesses. We are not going to have someone come and rescue us. And we don't need that. It's time to rescue yourself. If we want peace, we can't wait for life to hand it to us. You have to rebuild. I had to build it myself. I'm still building my life myself in the middle of my mess. So again, the lie, I need more time. The truth is you need more rhythm. Rhythm is better than a rigid schedule. Rigid schedules sound great. And when you first start them, they might seem amazing because you have this rigid schedule. You know exactly what to do at what time. The problem is as soon as one little thing happens and it throws your whole schedule off, what do? You got to be able to go with the flow of life, the rhythm that you set up for your own life. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, and listen for the angels to be singing. You need these rhythms that are going to flow with your life and not against it. It is these things called these micro resets. A lot of us, when we get to this point and we want all these things to change, we're like, oh, we need a major overhaul in my life. I need to throw all this stuff out. This isn't working. I'm going to get rid of all the junk food. I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to be a new person. I need a major overhaul in my life. you're going to crash and burn. That does not work. You need micro resets. You're not going to change your entire life in a weekend. Pick out some tiny moments. Tell yourself, I choose me today. Take one extra deep breath. Set one more boundary. Don't skip breakfast. Actually eat breakfast. Sit down while you're eating. Don't sit in front of a computer or in front of the TV and enjoy your food. How about trying to say no without explaining yourself? And I know that's a tough one. You want to say no and then give this huge explanation because you don't want to look like a bad person. But I'm telling you, you need to do it for you. There's also this thing where we are in the hustle culture. Hustle, hustle. From the time you get up to the time you go to bed, you need to be hustling. You need to be doing more. There is no downtime. You got to multitask. And I am just as guilty as this. From the time you get up, you got to get in a workout, get in meditation, journaling, get the kids ready for school. I mean, if you're in school too, that's fine. But get the kids ready for school, get ready for work. Do all of these things before you even technically begin your day. Then you have to do work and the kids and sports and bills and cleaning. And I'm telling you, it never stops. So instead of embracing this hustle culture, we need to start embracing stability in our own lives and figuring out what that stability means for you. It's not just chasing bigger to-do lists, like writing more of that stuff down on your to-do list and showing yourself what you got done at the end of the day. You need to stabilize your nervous system. And I talked about nervous system, I believe in my last video. I can link it here. You need to make sure your nervous system is not going crazy, not stuck in fight and flight. You need to create the stability because when you are stable, you stop reacting to everything. We react to everything. When you are stuck in a fight and flight mode, all you're going to do is react. You don't have time to stop and create. You're so busy passively or like in the moment reacting to things that you can't even realize, what am I going to do for my life? What am I going to do to make a change? Create your own life. Take the pause. Don't get into that reaction. Take that moment and create the stability that you need. If you don't build your own reset, chaos is going to build it for you. Do you know what the real cost of waiting is? Your body starts breaking down. Your dreams stay on hold until they die of loneliness. Don't be that person. Your kids learn survival mode is the normal, and your joy shrinks so small that you forget whatever brought you joy to begin with. You're not bad at life because you're tired. You're living inside of a system that profits from your burnout. So what are we going to do? How do we reset this without taking a major break? Start with protecting one corner of your, like it's sacred ground. Pick one thing that is going to be your thing that's a non-negotiable. Whether it's a meal, a walk, a ritual that you create yourself, that is now your non-negotiable. You need to protect it. Even if the kids are crying and stuff, they're okay for 5 minutes. Give yourself that time. Anchor yourself, ground yourself, not your schedule. Your body is your home. You need to calm your nervous system first, then put things on the calendar. You are more important than your to-do list. Be loyal to your peace and not just your productivity. If you have to choose between getting more done and getting more grounded, choose getting grounded every time. You cannot fill from an empty cup. I say this all the time. You cannot be there for anyone else if you are drained and you are not there. And then also try thinking about using rituals and not rules for your life. Switch from guilt-based that I have to do everything on this list to I get to do these things. I get to set these rituals for myself. It changes everything. You don't get your power back by waiting for the world to change. You get your power back by changing how you move through the world. Resetting your life isn't about fixing everything. It's about returning to yourself. One unapologetic, imperfect, beautiful moment at a time. So if you're done waiting for someday, if you're ready to reclaim your peace, your power, and your life, start right freaking now. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and then drop this in the comment. My reset starts now. And make sure you send this to the mama who's been drowning in survival mode because we are not surviving anymore. We're rising. Till next time, Phoenix Moms.